Good afternoon. I think it makes sense
Oh,
if we wait for like 3 minutes because our last lecture was continued during the break.
okay. How much you need?
I think several minutes, maybe 3, 4.
Ah, okay, that's fine.
I think we could start.
Okay, how much we have? 7. Okay. First of all, let me ask, how was the midterm for you? Was it doable?
Yes, it was doable. The last task was a little bit uh, unexpected, but still, I think it's doable.
Any other opinions? Not from Nick.
It was okay. Yeah, I think it was doable.
Thanks. So today we will continue our model. Actually, I ask you to go a bit ahead. I think I'm not sure. Was it? Yeah. So write down the profit maximization problem and find the best response function, I guess, in midterm, the last one, which was mentioned by Nick. So, and just to remind you from last lecture, so, okay, what you can see is this, right? So, yeah, what we were talking about, okay, so, excellent. Yeah, so we were talking about the two platforms, which are located in point 0 and 1. And then we have buyers and sellers, which are distributed on the interval from 0 and 1 as well. And they have different preferences according to their distance, let's say, to platform 1 and 2. So it's like a model of linear city. Then you have two markets on both sides of the city, and then it's cheaper to go or closer to go for some consumers to one market, for another consumers to another market, and then yeah, it's obvious then you're a seller or buyer, you will enjoy more the market there. You have more agents on the other side. Actually, yeah, I forgot to start recording. Okay. When yeah, we were thinking about what we start from utilities, right? So that it depends on the number of other side and then price. So then we have transaction cost as well. So then we consider what is the profit of the firm, of the platform, and then it's timing. So that firstly, simultaneously prices are chosen by platforms. Then buyers and sellers decide to join the platform, one or two. So then we have the indifferent agent, and they have a function of values and transaction costs. And on interval from 0 to 1, there is an indifferent guy who is indifferent to go to first or to the second platform, and then those who from 0 to this guy goes to first one, the rest goes to the second. So they calculate this guy for buyers and sellers and for both platforms. So we put them into the number of so we put the opposite one to the indifferent guy who is joining to the buyers, for example. So since number of buyers depends on number of sellers, and then we calculated who is joining which market, right? So we have number of buyers and sellers who join the platform one, for example, as a function of prices and parameters u, tau, p, and then those who go to the second market is just one minus number of those who goes to the first platform. So any questions on that? Next step is to put everything into the profit of the firm and solve the best response. So what we need to do, let me so stop the demonstration of this one and start another one. Okay, now they have our numbers here. So please, someone remind me what will be the profit of firm one or platform one. It was just recently on the slide.
It's like M capital bias minus C capital of bias multiplied by number of bias and plus the same thing but for sellers, right?
Yeah, and they need to specify that for platform one. It's true. Thank you, Nick. And well, let's put it together. So then, can we do it somehow simplified? Now there will be 1/2 everywhere, right? Okay, let me rewrite it. You can use the slides from previous lecture to do it by yourself. So that will be 1/2 buyers plus sellers minus cost, and then plus it will be 2 tau s tau b. There's minus, yeah, bu. Then so what we have then is so for n bars we have okay, let's just multiply, right, and then open. So we have m bars minus c bars. Yeah, sellers, I guess. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, 2 minus 1. U, and then plus m bars. Yeah, let me put brackets here. Tau sellers. If someone did it during the midterm, so am I right? Can someone check?
I think so.
Okay, then someone sees some simple way to simplify it. So here we need to take the derivative with respect to what? If we're thinking about the maximization of first firm profit.
With respect to MS1 and MB1?
Yes, correct. So we need to take two derivatives. So let me pick two colors. So for example, yeah, green for MS1, so it will be here.
Well,
Yeah.
won't we simplify?
Huh?
Won't we simplify something? I think we could gather the differences between MB2 and MB1, and then the differences between MS2 and MS1. And probably we could get a component that is similar to the first summand.
Yeah, I think so, but I thought maybe it's easier to take the derivative first because yeah, everything goes out. Oh,
Okay.
maybe not. So we have MS. So for MS1, and if we take for price for buyers, here, 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 and here as well. So let's take with respect to buyers as well, firstly. So let me. So from first part, we have just 1/2. Then we have here all this term. And then, so what it will be? It will be the same denominator. And then we have all these brackets, which is seller 2 minus m seller 1 u plus m buyers 2 minus m buyers 1 tau sellers. Yeah, not enough space. And then we take the respect to here. Then we have minus tau s m buyers 1 minus c buyers. So I will do it like that. So I will put minus, then the same denominator, and tau s m buyers 1 minus c buyers. So that's first term. What comes from the so the second from the third is just minus p multiplied by ms minus cs. So since it's with minus, I can put it here. So it will be p right, and this equals to 0. So what we can say about the derivative with respect to sellers? So if we are talking about sellers, what we need to change? We need to change S to B, and I need to change U to P, and yeah, tau S change to tau buyers, right? So then we will proceed with this derivative, and the second supposed to be symmetric. So let's multiply everything by tau s tau b minus u p multiplied by 2. So that will be tau s tau b minus u p, and then plus, here we have, yes, then let's a bit open it maybe, right? So what about, so it will be, then minus
What is the last row?
What do you mean?
I mean, it's not. Yeah, the second derivative. It's
So I just opened this equation.
okay.
So I multiply everything by 2 by denominator. So and then open the brackets. So we have here tau s price for buyers minus tau s cost for buyers, but with plus, right? So then we have minus p price for sellers plus p costs for sellers, and that's equal to 0. So what we have here, for first platform, we have price for buyers 1 here, price for buyers 1 here. So that was the derivative we take with respect to this price. Right, and then we have price for sellers here, right? And they have prices for the second platform. Let me denote it by orange right now. Yeah, the rest are parameters. Then let me figure it out. So we want to have the price of buyers 1 multiplied by tau s. So that will be the same, right? Minus tau s minus tau s. It will be right. Let's check. So price for buyers tau s, right? Price for buyers tau s. Is correct. Then what we have minus p price for sellers, and then let's put everything else on the other side. So then it will be easier to put here plus, and then
We also have another price for sellers in the beginning that was multiplied by u.
Yeah, sorry, yeah, thanks. So, yeah, because I write incorrect index. So they have here p plus u, right? And then we have plus u. No. So what will be with s2? So it will be with plus, and it will be u plus tau s. And what is left is costs, right? So tau s cost for buyers plus p cost for sellers. Well, looks not that nice.
I'm sorry, there was also MB2 somewhere, I think.
MS2, MB2. Okay, yeah, thank you, sorry. It's too messy even for me. So here's supposed to be, right, MB2. Oh, please double check me if I'm correct. I will check with my notes as well. So I'll start from derivative respective bars tau s bars. So yes. 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 And why does here?
Yes, it was some kind of glitch.
Okay. So something is lost a bit here. So they have for buyers they have tau s and tau s here, but we've same opposite, and I have opposite here. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. It looks like we can somehow simplify it, at least from my notes. Everything is correct, but okay. So then let me rewrite it for sellers as well. So it will be like tau buyers here. We'll use different color because we have a lot of stuff on the side. So if you take buyers, so it will be u plus p, which is the same, and then equals tau s tau buyers minus up, the same, plus m buyers 2p plus tau buyers m sellers 2. Then we need costs tau buyers c sellers plus u c buyers. And then we need to plug one to another. Sorry, I forgot here too. Right. We can put together what we can put together. So they can see that they have the same here. Which color? Right one. So this and that. So he will equalize the rest. Would it help, actually? I'm not sure, but let's. Maybe it's a good idea to take one equation from another. Any ideas from you? Well, okay, let's do the hard way. So let's put here minus and put it into this equation. So time buyers 1 multiplied by 2 tau sellers, then, right? No. Yeah. Plus what do we have? 1 over 2 tau buyers. Then we have this huge expression. So what is this? Tau S, tau buyers. Hello?
Nice meeting platform.
Okay. And then minus right u plus p. And then we have to equalize it to whatever. It was here, it's tau S, tau buyers plus pu. And sellers to u tau S buyers. P. Okay, then we have this long equation. And then we have on one side buyers 1 here, and buyers 1 here. And they need to put it together.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
I think yes. This bracket, and could you please like show again where to look? Because I a little bit got confused. So these red equation, where did we get it from?
Okay, maybe let me write it once again. So we have the profit maximization problem. So we maximize the profit of firm 1. So we use already P, so it's a big P of firm 1, right, with respect to price for sellers and price for buyers. So then we take the derivative with respect to price of buyers. So it's equal something which is equal to 0. And they take the derivative with respect to sellers price. And we got two equations.
Yes, I understand this theoretical concept, but in our solution, where is the first one and where is the second one? I understand that we just
that's
solved
the
it.
first one.
Yes, so we solved it for buyers, and
So
after
then,
that, yes,
for sellers, you need to substitute the indexes,
yes,
U to P, and vice versa, and tau S for tau B.
okay. And where is this formula for sellers?
So I multiply this for by 2 tau S tau buyers minus UP, just to get rid of denominator. So then I receive this equation.
This is the equation still which was got from the buyers.
Yes, the first order conditions for buyers.
Yes, okay.
And then with violet color, I write it for sellers, substituted the indexes.
Okay, I see. And
then I try to put one into another.
Okay, now I see. Thank you.
That sounds simple, but we get stuck in this mess. So there's supposed to be a nice answer, and I see it in my notes, but I couldn't see it.
Maybe there should be an assumption of symmetry.
Not yet. Ah, okay, yeah. That's true. Thank you, actually. Yeah, I forgot to do this. So, okay, we get this massive equation, and then let's assume. No, let me use blue color. So we assume that in the equilibrium supposed to be that price for sellers equals on the one and the second platform. What was it? Yeah, and let's call it price for sellers. And then the same for buyers. Then probably everything will get easier. So that's here. So then, what's going on here? So then, price for buyers now here as well, right? And price for sellers, I will take a violet here, and one more price for buyers. And price for sellers here, right? So then let me rewrite. You can see that here they have price for buyers 2 tau s, and on the other side we have price for buyers tau s. So it will be just price for buyers tau s. Let me write it. Then we have 1 divided by tau b, 2 tau b. What we'll have inside so constant. Let me firstly rewrite the constant. So it's tau s, tau b, minus u b.
The coefficient before the MB should be just like minus U.
Why? So we have p 2 mb 2 tau s, right? Here. And then we have it here as well. So I did minus.
Yes, I mean inside the brackets.
So coefficient behind what?
Capital MB.
Yes, so it should be just minus u.
Yes.
Okay, that's true. Okay, if you can help me, please. So what I should write here? Minus u m b1, and it's just minus b. So what there was else? It was plus price for sellers, and what is multiplied by price for sellers?
Tau B. Only one component.
Yeah, and then there was costs, right? Can you remind me?
Like tau B multiplied by capital CS.
And what else?
And U multiplied by capital CB.
Okay. I just don't want to go up and down to the right, so that's why I ask you. And what about then? Then we have this tau s, tau b, right? Minus pu. And what else?
Was it
So-
minus or was it plus? PU. I think it was plus.
It's supposed to be minus. It's my mistake. Because they always goes with minus. Then tau buyers already on other side, it's UMS2. Yeah, so it's U price for sellers, and then opposite costs, right? So it's tau sellers costs for buyers plus P cost for sellers. Yeah, looks like true. So then we have once again buyers here and here only, and sellers here and here only. Well, let me multiply everything by 2 tau buyers. And we will continue working on just this equation. So what we have, 2 tau buyers, tau sellers, and then will be minus u. That will be for price for buyers. And then On the other side, we have so if I put everything to other side, it will be tau sellers, tau buyers minus PU. So then I can multiply it by 1 minus, not 1 actually. It will be opposite.
How did you get to the left hand side? You multiplied everything by 2 tau b, right?
Right.
Okay.
So that's this. And then we have, so if we're talking about price of sellers, we have tau S, tau B.
But I just noticed that when we plugged in, we should have multiplied by u plus p also, so might be wrong.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, maybe if we simplify a bit earlier, it would be better.
Well, a bit earlier. Well, okay, this equation is correct. I checked this. So then we can rewrite it for both, and then see what we can do. But yeah. Well, yeah. Let me rewrite the first derivative which we take. So okay.
Well, we got before we started deriving MS1 from the equation for sellers, it was okay, I think. But if we replace
So
platform
that's
specific coefficients with just general MS and MB, we might simplify earlier.
here, for example.
Yes.
Okay, let's take this equation. I will take some, I don't know which color you prefer, green, okay. I prefer green. So we take this equation and then start once again. So we know that we can rewrite it for the second seller, for the second side as well. So then let me denote it by star here, so that probably we did some mistake. I did some mistake, to be honest, right? So then, so now we will have a price for buyers. It will be tau S price for buyers, and then P price for sellers. Right. So let me write it here. So they have tau S price for buyers plus P price for sellers, right? And then on the other side, we have tau S tau buyers minus PU, and then some costs, right? Let me check which one. Tau S cost for buyers, P cost for sellers. Well, and then we can write the same for sellers. Okay, looks like better. So what we can do here?
Only I think it should be U say B.
Hmm?
Only I think the last one should be U, then cost for buyers.
Yeah, that's true. So that's our two equations. So like probably let's try to subscribe one from another. Or any other ideas? So I want to receive that. Okay. Okay, let me a bit rewrite it, and then maybe it will be easier. So I want to put now only tau and p on one side. So let we have tau s tau b minus pu, and then I want to put tau s. We will have tau s cost for buyers minus so tau s m buyers minus c buyers, right? So if you put it on the other side, and then we have the same for sellers with p. And then let me rewrite it for the sellers. So it will be s tau buyers plus u okay. Write it else.
I think if you just divide by tau s and then move everything to the right side except MB, then it should be fine.
I
mean, it will already be the system of equations that was in the lecture or something.
So I think what is good is to so we can solve it for these, and so that's as well the same, right? With buyers. So that's buyers, and that's sellers. So we can solve it for that expressions, right? Okay, let's take the sum. So if we take the sum, we get that 2 tau s tau b minus pu equals to u plus tau s. It's a bad idea, maybe. I don't know. And if we take the difference, we have 0 equal to, right? Okay, that's maybe better. Minus u plus. Yeah, okay, we have expression right from here. Now we got that Well, we can use this. Right, so now let's take, for example, the first one and put it together. Right, so what we have, some price for buyers minus cost for buyers. It's firstly we have our buyers, and then U So we'll have here tau buyers, tau sellers, minus U tau buyers, plus UP, minus U tau buyers. And then tau sellers, tau buyers, minus PU. Am I right? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, because I hear some sound. Well, that's not correct. It's supposed to be exactly the same on the top, so I lost some the sign. What? The sign. So can you check me? So that's 0
Which part?
is. So here's supposed to be different sign for the second. I don't know why. So that looks like correct. So then I subscribe one from another. So it should be tau s minus u. It will be b minus tau b. That looks like correct. So then I put it to other side. I supposed to be, yeah, I forgot minus here, right? Because I put it to other side. Well, and then it will be minus here. Then I put minus here. I need to change it here as well, so that we got minus here and then plus here. So they can delete that one and write that this is equal to tau s minus u, and here will be the same, right? So let's go. And what we get is just that price for sellers equals to cost for sellers plus tau s, and then minus u. And then we can write the same for buyers, right?
It will be symmetric, right?
Right. Well, is it true? Yeah. So then what we can say about that?
Like that the entry fee positively depends on the costs for the platform and positively on the type and negatively on the, I know how to say it.
So we remember that. So that firstly we positively depends on the cost, so that it's a baseline. So at least you have to take the costs of providing the service. Then you have the transaction costs here, and then minus network effects on other side. And so that you have to take into account the transaction costs, because it's better for the distance if you go to this or other side, and then you have the network effects, because you remember that u is corresponds to the value of sellers. Yes. Oh no, buyers, right? It's and sellers u minus buyers, and then there is a transaction cost as well, transfer cost. Sorry. So that means that price for sellers here depends on the network effects of on the buyers, right? So that if you generate more utility of the buyers on the other side, then your price will be lower. And there is one more formula in the lecture, which is you can receive somewhere here in between. But then you plug one to another, you will receive this answer for prices. Okay, we have 15 minutes more. Any questions here? So that was about the...
So the main interpretation is that the higher is the network effect, the lower is the subscription fee.
Yes.
Well, the entry fee, I guess, it's better to call it.
Yeah, if you're talking about the markets, if you, in the linear city model, then yeah, that's about entry fee. So, any questions here? Okay, then I think it's not reasonable to start a new topic today. So, well, I think we will have one. Yeah, again, we will have exercise session together next. So it's this Friday, and yeah, I think we will just discuss some lecture slides there as well. this time.
Will it start at 1 p.m.?
Yeah, as usual.
Okay.
So let me stop recording. And do you have any questions?
Well, I saw a question in our group chat. So some ask when will you check our midterms, and when are you going to have some kind of home assignment?
So home assignment I will give it on this week and by the end of the course, but maybe a bit earlier, so you have time to prepare the final, not to do the same, not to do it together. And yeah, I will check your midterms as soon as possible. That's kind of, I cannot answer. Then I will have time, I'll do it.
Yes, okay. And about the assignment, well, now it's my question. Will it be for a week or something? And what to expect from it?
So you can expect some problems like in midterm, but you will have 1 or 2 weeks. So let me check about my calendar. So we have final in 2 weeks, right? So I think yeah, it will be for 1 week or maybe slightly more. Yeah, I think I will do it maybe today or tomorrow. It depends on my free time. And it will be by Sunday 18. So we'll have 1.5 week probably.
Okay, thank you.
So then there was interest for Serja education programs from you. So, and I think, yeah, it's approved to make an official presentation for you. And I probably will try to do it on next Thursday, 15th. Is it, so you don't have anything on Thursdays, right?
No, we don't. I guess so.
Okay. And 1 second. So,
And it's still actual for those who have other citizenships, right?
yeah, I'm sorry, I have to say this. That's not up to me for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, so, but you can apply next year, or you can apply this year and then be admitted to the program and come next year, or like in 2 years. That's sounds
Okay.
not great. Sounds not great, but so, but that's how it is.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. But anyway, you can come and ask any questions about the program's application processes for international institutions. It's kind of the same, I think, for most of them. And you can go to other European countries for sure, US, I think as well, but it's a bit complicated. So for US, it's honestly too late to apply. So either you consider to go next year and prepare a bit better, because you need to take some TOEFL or IELTS exams, but you know better, maybe not. So we can talk about this as well. But you got the official invitation to my presentation probably maybe to your personal emails, maybe to group emails, I don't know.
Yes, okay. Thank you.
Okay, then see you on Friday. If you have any questions, you're welcome.
Yeah, I have a personal question. I see that there are only both of us here. So I visited your presentation on master and PhD programs in Czech Republic last November.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, and I'm interested, like, in the well, do I understand it correctly? I mean, the structure of education in PhD. So basically, as I remember from your presentation, like you study for 3, well, in some other universities for 4 years, like I know, like full study year, pretty intense. But after that, you have from 3 to 5 years to write your dissertation, right?
So yeah, if you want, we can switch to Russian.
Well, I
It's up
can.
to you.
I can do it in English as well. Why not?
That's better. Yeah, so you have 2 years of kind of master program, and then you kind of start working on your PhD thesis. So and that's you have 3 years at least for that as a standard PhD or aspirantura in Russia. But then it's complicated to continue because Sergei support you with money only for 5 years in total. But things changed right now, so you will be a bachelor and you can apply only for like master and then plus PhD program. So that you will have to finish the master during the first 2 years, and you will receive the Czech diploma of master, and then you kind of continue PhD. And that's now I have to ask because programs are changing last years, and they are a bit separatable.
Yeah, well, now I think I'm asking more of a some kind of general structure, because as I get it, I can't really get into CGI this year at least. Yeah. So just asking like how it works in general.
Yeah, it's 2 years of courses, quite hard working. So you have to spend, yeah, because it's for first year it's 3 semesters, including the summer. So you have courses starting from October and by the end of July. That's 3 semesters. You have to pass final exams every semester. Then generals in the end of the year, so it will be end of August and September. And generals are quite hard exams. So and then you from October you start the next year with 2 semesters, and you end up in second year ends in June, something like that. And then in June you will have to have master thesis completed, kind of. So the first draft. Well, then you have the defense of master thesis in September in Charles University. So it's main university in Czech Republic and oldest in Europe. So then because we are part of Charles University, so then you will receive the Czech diploma. And then you continue a PhD program from third year. That's how it works here.
And if I'm planning to enter the master program at least, for example, in Russia, let's say it, and after that I want to go to PhD.
Yeah, that's fine.
So and like first 2 or 3 years, I guess 3 years, but it depends on the program. I study like general subjects. Um, well, as you mentioned, I need to work pretty hard on them. Yeah, and
It
like,
depends.
well, yes, of course, but still. And after that, for example, during years 4, 5, I don't know, 6, so I will write my dissertation, right?
Yeah, so no, it's fixed for 2 years, so you cannot do it for 3 years. So it's 2 years of courses,
Mhm.
like standard master program. But and then yes, then you start working on your dissertation, starting from third year.
And as I get it, it's hard to like have a job during the first 2 years of the education, but like during the third and fourth years, I guess everyone works. No.
Not really. So you got stipend, which is not like in Russia. So stipend is 16,000 Czech crowns. It's like kind of 50,000 in Russian rubles.
Hmm.
So it's enough to live, not like, you know,
Yeah, I
enjoy
get it.
life, but it's enough to get food and travel somewhere. And then you, starting from third year, or from the second, you can do some assistantship, some seminars, for which you receive some money as well, additionally. So then you can do teaching like me. Then you receive some bonuses as well, and which HCA pays me as well for sure because
Mhm.
I'm working. Well, yeah, but maybe better way is to just write in 3 years your dissertation and go somewhere else.
Go somewhere else, you mean?
You mean okay? I mean the finish your PhD and go to work as an assistant professor or postdoc position faster.
Hmm.
So it depends what there you want to go. If you want to go um, to companies for consulting, private sector, for example, you can switch there starting from third year or
Mm-hmm.
fourth. Well, yeah. If you want to go to academia, so then it's a bit more tricky.
Hmm. Yeah, I
That I'm
see.
trying to do right now, and it's not that easy.
I see.
Yeah, but I think that, for example, you have all chances to apply to survive here. Um, but maybe now it's better to try some other institutions there you can go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. Well, I'm more interested in some kind of private sector career, so not academic one, but still, yes, okay. I got your idea about the third and fourth years, and the last question, I think, well, maybe you just know. So, um, is it possible to get on some kind of, how is it called, grant system or scholarship? Well, not in Czech Republic, but somewhere where I can get this visa. Let's say so, because I looked up like the prices, and I think that my relatives still need their flat to live in. That's why, yeah, it's better be some discounts or at least something.
Okay, so the problem is normally the master programs are paid, so you have to pay for master programs, or it's free, but there is no stipend for you. That's
Yeah.
why
Mhm.
probably our institution is attractive, because if you enroll simultaneously to PhD and master program, you receive stipend. If you go only to Meyer program, master here, you will have no stipend. That's
Yeah,
the point.
I see, but I plan to go to master program in Russia, and after that, like a foreign PhD. In this case, could I find any, well, let's say not full paid PhDs?
So PhDs mostly are not paid at all. So that's well, a stipend can be different in different institutions. So, but yeah, it's probably you will receive money instead of paying to do PhD.
But you mean that there are not so many candidates like that? What?
No, I don't know why it's so that like for master you are normally paying, and for PhD you got stipend. That's mostly, I don't know, because PhD is considered like a job, so you have to
Mhm.
do something. Even here in yeah, there is a economic institution which is yeah, the standard one in Charles University. So there you got stipend as well, but a bit lower, but still you got stipend, got everything. And normally every standard of like so kind of state university or whatever, you have the scholarship additional for your project. So there are some grants, so you can apply inside the institution, which can support your research if you go into PhD. But then you have to because we have a US PhD program, so that you have these 2 years of courses, so you can study some better whatever everything. So like econometrics, some applied stuff. Second year, you can choose some time series, so course, or some deep stuff to go there to private sector and to consulting. Well, other PhD programs will be just you are doing your dissertation, unless you go to US.
But okay, to one thought, one question. So okay, well, question. So I could get some kind of, well, let's call it. It's not a budget place. Well, at least a subsidized place in the PhD, even if I'm a foreign student and not in Czech Republic, right?
What do you mean once again?
So like for any other country than Russia, if I apply for a PhD, I'm a foreign student. So basically, will that mean that it's hard for me to get any kind of scholarship, or just to apply for a PhD and not to pay like a lot?
So it depends on your grades and motivation letter matter, your GPA. Like you, because like for standard institutions, there are a lot of foreign students who apply. So So we have students from different countries, and that's kind of, there is no point that you're from Russia. It's matters so much, especially for PhD, because PhD is like you apply for international institutions all over the world or wherever you want to go.
Mhm.
So mostly there will be foreign students, not Czech one,
Mm, yeah. Okay. And
because we were 18, I guess, and we had only 2 Czech students in our PhD group.
I see. Okay. And the last question, you mentioned the difference between the US PhDs and Europe. So what it is like?
So you have kind of Russian aspirantura. So you will have 4 years to complete your PhD thesis, and starting from the first year, you will start working on your papers, and to apply, you already have to provide some proposal. So what you want to study, what is your idea, what is the model, or whatever you have. So kind of you don't come to program without any thoughts what you want to do. So
Mm,
the better way will be in advance write to some professor there who works the same area you want to work with, and then discuss with him your ideas, and then kind of say that, okay, I want to apply to your institution, can you be my supervisor in future, and then vet my ideas. So like, would you like to work on this, or maybe
mhm.
you can, or maybe you have some ideas to work with, or some programs, or maybe scholarships or grants.
Yeah. Okay. And in the US, is it different?
So yes, you will have this standard 2 years of master, and then and then PhD. I think in most US institutions you can do the same as here, so apply after the bachelor program. If you want strictly go to US, that will be the better strategy, I guess. So yeah, you can try master program in Russia, but then during the first year apply for US PhD plus master program. But I don't know, so double check that you can do this. That will be the better way, the best way, I think. Sorry, if you want try your best, so do this. I would advise you for that.
Like, you mean the best if I intend to go to private sector, or just
No, at
like?
all, general. In economics, the best education is in US. Then you can get any job if you finish PhD there,
Mm,
probably.
okay, I see. Uh, and oh, okay, let's say so that I am planning to go to to new economic school, and after that, I thought about the PhD. So, uh, like in this case, my optimal strategy would be like to start searching for PhD. I guess just during the first year in the new economic school to do it in advance. That was your thought.
No.
No?
During the first year, you're already supposed to have everything ready to apply, because the deadline is September, October.
Mm, the
So
but if I'm going like after the graduation of master, so technically the deadline for me will be during the second year of masters.
yes, but if you if you have a master plus PhD and you in US, it
Mhm.
will be better to give up on master in Russia.
Mm.
Don't lose this 1 or 2 years for that, because it doesn't matter if you're admitted to US program when you don't need master in Russia.
Mm. Yeah, I get it.
So
Mm.
it's-
But they also have this like a division, like PhD and PhD plus masters.
yeah, that was
Right.
my comment. So please double check this. I'm not sure.
Yes. Okay. I will.
I think yes, because
Note
some of the bachelors, as I know from Moscow High School of Economics, goes there.
Yeah. Okay. I will check it out. Yes. Thank you for your consultation about this.
You're welcome. So come to my presentation. I need at least 15 people. I'm not sure if I will get them.
Yeah. Okay. I will try to, or I'll call my other friends.
So do you know, do they have some international students?
Mm,
I mean those who have other citizenship, because
I
I
know
saw yeah.
at least two people. It's Tanya and Otabek. They're from Kazakhstan, so I guess they will be really interested. But for others, it's just like, well, okay, but I still can't enter there. So yeah,
Yeah,
kind of
that's
shame.
why this year there was no purpose to do this presentation. It wasn't allowed even for us to kind of officially support it. But then some of you asked me about the program,
Yeah.
and then they decided to organize it as well.
Well,
Yeah, I think the most point is that you can apply next year. That was for me. I applied not exactly after my master, but one year later,
mm,
and I'm here. So yeah.
yeah. Well, I already heard your presentation last year, but for others, yes, it could be really useful. But I guess even
Yeah.
if others don't show up, Tanya and Otterberg will be really grateful if you do this.
And I saw some Armenian or Georgian names there.
Not sure.
Not sure. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Goodbye.
See you on Friday.
Yeah. See you. Bye.